Do you have an online business or do you have a traditional business? I was asked this question to explain the difference between a traditional business and an online business. And I have 5 easy facts for you. My name is Sylvia, and we're going to look at 5 facts about online business as well as 5 facts about traditional business. Okay, now being on a platform such as YouTube, it's like, why would you ask that question? I love YouTube, and many of you on here love YouTube. And YouTube is not a traditional business. YouTube is an online business, or YouTube is a digital business because everything that we do is digital. But then you would also argue it's a combination of the two. Now, in my simplest explanation, a traditional business, and this is my own version, I'm not looking it up in a dictionary or anything like that. A traditional business, I think, is based on real people interacting with real people, doing business with real people who you see, touch, and feel. And it's usually there's a physical building, there's a physical address, and people actually physically go inside that building to work. And it's limited, it has a starting time and a finishing time. If we use the office as an example, many of us who do 9 to 5, you go in at 5, you go in at 9, you finish at 5, and then the building is shut down until the following day. So it's very much a real thing, a real experience with real people in real situations and in a real building. So that's my own definition of a traditional business. And it's also, when we're looking at startup costs, a traditional business normally has that higher startup costs. Imagine if somebody wants to open a shop to sell merchandise, they have to get inventory. You're talking about the rent, you're talking about the money for the orders, you're talking about the money for paying employees if they have employees. So the costs are actually a lot higher. Whereas for startup costs for an online business or a digital business, normally you don't require a lot of money. Hello, Raja. And sometimes you don't require any money. And some of the digital businesses you can start off with $7. Some of them you can start off with $149. So the price really ranges. So whereas you don't need a lot of money up front as you would in a traditional business. So that is something to think about. Now, in terms of reach and scalability, I am a digital business owner and I help single moms and professional moms earn an income online. So when it comes to reach and accessibility, I am on YouTube, I am on Facebook and Instagram and other platforms. So because my business is online, it means that it never shuts. It's always open, and the AI system works in the background. You have the chatbots who are able to interact with you if you want to ask a question regarding a product or service. But with a traditional business, you are limited to location and business hours, which means that if a customer has a query, they need to wait until the following day. They're not able, welcome viewers, they're not able to get a response straight away. So the third fact about online business versus traditional business is that the scalability. It's easy to scale with a digital business because of the automation. And it also means that, especially things like drop shipping, things like online businesses, you can scale a lot quicker. And when you keep them and when you make money, usually because usually an entrepreneur or somebody who's running a digital business, they are working from themselves. So it means that they keep most of the profit themselves. But with a traditional business, when you scale, when you grow, it means that you're expanding, you need a bigger building, you need more staff, you need more inventory, you always need a lot more of everything that you need in order for you to expand, which means that you're going to spend more money. But with a digital business, on online business, what you spend mostly you keep for yourself, because usually you'll be one person or maybe a very small team of people. In my 9 to 5 job, I work as a service manager. I'm in charge of about 25, 30 people a day. So you can imagine my company pays money for the wages and the bills and the building and the vehicles. So we spend a lot of money in providing that service because it's a digital business. So sometimes when things go wrong, when vehicles need repairing, when things are broken, we need to use money to fix those things. And even if where we make a profit, we end up losing that profit because the eventuality has happened and you need to spend more money to fix the problem. But with a digital business, the system is automated. The AI does all the running in the background. You don't need to worry about more the technical issues because the AI, thank you so much, Roger. Bye bye. The AI, thank you for watching me. The AI takes care of that. Now, with the traditional business, when it comes to customer interaction, it's usually face to face or on the phone. Now, when it comes to customer service, I prefer a combination of the digital method, of the digital business, as well as the traditional business, because when I have to make calls to a utility company, if I've got a problem with my mobile phone or if I have a problem with my car, I usually call somebody within the service or I call somebody in finance. And it's reassuring to speak to a real person and explain your problems. I know sometimes when I've had issues and they usually have the chat bot as an option. Normally, when you try to explain to the chatbot what the problem is, most often it doesn't get you. So when it comes to digital business versus traditional business, I think the customer service we still need. I don't know what you think. You can let me know in the comments. I think we still need that human element because you need to speak to somebody who can help you deal with the problem instead of the chatbot. Now, when it comes to marketing, an online business versus a traditional business is the online business relies on a lot of CEO, social media, and paid ads for traffic. Now, I am also an owner of an online business, so I know what it's like to spend money on YouTube ads, to spend money on Facebook ads, to spend money on Instagram and Facebook boosting your reels or boosting your content or boosting your lives so that you can get more money. So with that online business, that's one of the drawbacks is that you will need to spend money on ads, and ads are not cheap. They can be quite expensive, especially if you're running them because of not having that face-to-face contact. So you are heavily relying on the SEO, you are heavily relying on the system to get your content out there to bring traffic to your website. But with a traditional method, you can go and do presentations, you can go and speak to companies, you can even do word of mouth, as well as you go in the store for promotions. So the method really depends on the different people and who you're trying to serve. For example, as part of my digital business, we're also encouraged to do what you call warm marketing. Warm marketing is you meet somebody, you speak to them, you tell them about the product. So when it comes to the traditional business model as well as the online business model, I use two models depending on who I'm talking to and what I'm promoting at the time. And sometimes, especially the business community that I'm part of, we have many people who have been successful using the warm marketing, using the face to face. So it really depends on if you're somebody who likes to talk like me, or if you're somebody who would rather do things behind social media. But I think we are different people at different times. I'm like that at different times. Now, the final thing about the online versus traditional business is that when it comes to marketing, you're more likely to do better on this social media because we've got so many platforms. All you have to do is find the right platform that resonates with you. But most cases, for you to get the viewers, for you to get the algorithm going, in most cases, in my experience, you have to pay for traffic. you have to pay for ads. So you have to make sure that you've saved some money and you put some money away for your ad budget. If you're relying on the traditional ways of getting viewers, sometimes it takes a long time, and paying for ads can quicken up the process and escalate it. And yes, so those are some of the 5 methods for traditional versus online business. And if you like this content, please don't forget. Thank you for liking my content. A shout out to Myri, Alice, and Rajashani, and hello, I can't pronounce not secure. I'm not, yeah. So hello to India, and hello to all of those who are watching me. And thank you so much for your comments. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and watch out for the next video. And I hope that you found this content valuable. I'll see you again on the next live.